It's time for another edition of NXT. We see advancement in the Dusty Classic, University repossessions, and Instagram bikinis? What? Let's talk about it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another edition of HCW Show Squared. I'm your host as always, Dan DP, or as we all say nowadays, DPZ. Yeah. That never gets old for me. But yeah, before I get into the video, again, I want to give a shout out to everyone who does subscribe to the channel. It helps us get towards our goals. And as you'll see in a second, because I've got it prepared this time, and Threads is still there. I keep meaning to get rid of that. But ignore Threads, which is over there. Our Twitch is there, Twitter, Facebook, and our Instagram. If you go to follow any of those, that would also be greatly appreciated. My Twitter is also just down here. So if you're so inclined, please give me a follow as well. Now that all the housekeeping's out of the way, let's get into NXT. So, we kick things off straight away with a tag team match. It's part of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. It's a semi-final match between Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin, the Wolf Dogs, or the Wolf Patrol? I forgot what the name was now. Taking on the team of Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Bron and Baron win, though, and advance to the final after a spear from Bron on Nathan. I rated 3 3/4 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'd argue this is going to be probably the best match of the entire tournament. It was great. There was a clear story with the bigger men not being able to kick with the smaller speedsters, but as time went on, they broke them down with the speedsters and with their power. And yeah, that's the main thing really. It's classic, but it works. I'll give a shout out as well to Axiom, who continues to be an absolute force to witness. And I imagine that we'll be seeing Bron on the main roster soon. Don't know how soon, but soon.
Long Bron. I'm loving this! Number 20!
Backstage, Josh Briggs looks for and finds Ilya Dragunov, who's just finishing up talking. Briggs wants a match with Ilya to prove himself. Dragunov questions if he thinks if that is what Briggs really wants. Briggs claims that he has no fear, but he can't say the same for Ilya, who's supposedly using Trix's Vengeance Day plans against him. But in comes Trick, who attempts to break her up, and he only ends up aggravating Briggs, who says he'll speak to the champion post Vengeance Day, whoever that is. So I'm sure they're setting up probably some sort of match tonight between Briggs and Trick. Backstage, Ren Sinclair, who is the recently signed Manny Venkowski, is nervous and hyping herself up, and then Fallon Henley calms her down. Backstage again, William Regal's here. He appears, but he confirms he's here basically just to confirm that Ava is the new NXT GM, and she's the youngest GM in WWE history, which is pretty cool, I guess. So congrats to Ava. It'll get weird seeing her like that when she's been part of a cult. Anyway, other than that, the only comments for it really, it's been speculated about in the past, and really, that's as a fan, it's not going to affect anything for me. Moving on to the next match of the night, which was between Lash Legend and Ren Sinclair. Lash wins with a choke bomb. I don't know what it's called. It's like a choke slam that goes into a power bomb. It's weird. Anyway, post-match though, Metaphor looked to continue beating up on Ren, but Fallon Henley makes a save. I rated 1 1/4 stars. It was a slightly better squash match. It was more of a showcase for Lash. I don't really have anything else to comment on there. Up next though, we get a invasion of a restaurant as OTM invaded the Angelo family restaurant. This was earlier in the night, so it shows the results of their attack. And Jade Parker has laid out Adriana Rizzo. Let's be on towards some OTM tag title match, I'm assuming. Backstage, Elektra Lopez has arrived and she's looking for Lola Vice. That's it. We were meant to get an match between Dijak and Joe Gacy, but that doesn't happen because JC jumps Dijak during his entrance, and then there's all that chaos over the arena. All over the floor, and eventually Dijak puts Gacy through a table. The main point here is Gacy does not seem to go down. Like, anything Dijak throws at him, Gacy gets right back up. We're going to move on to a match that actually happens between Lexis King and Trey Bearhill. Ultimately, Lexis does win with the coronation. I rated 1.5 stars. It was similar to the Lash and Trey match. The Trey match? No, the Lash and Ren match. I don't know why I wrote Lash and Trey there. Lash and Ren match, in that it was a short sub 2-minute match which served as nothing more than a spotlight for the winner. In this case, it was Lexis. Trey didn't really add anything now to the match other than being a reason for this match to exist. I still don't know why Trey's even here. I'm fairly certain that I'm correct when I say that he's just there to be a friend to Eddie Thorpe. That's literally it. Anyway, move on to the best talk show in WWE. It's Supernova Sessions. If I'm back, it's Noam and Oro who are hosting this time around. They exchange jokes about Von Wagner and Fallon Henley. But the guest is Lola Vice. Lola says that her friendship with Elektra had an expiration date because Lopez is a leech. Lola then says that some stuff is Spanish that I don't understand. I probably should though, as I've got a GCC in Spanish, and you know somehow for some reason it doesn't stick with me. I don't know why. Anyway, enough about me though. Continue comes Elektra Lopez, who's had enough. She wants to know who the real Lola Vice is, and claims that Lola is a phony. She mentions that, you know, she got there through her hard work and dedication, so much so that she was recognised by Santos Escobar and the Gallo del Fantasma. And then how Lola comparison got to WWE by shaking her ass in a bikini on Instagram. She does say a line I liked though. It's the comparison of Lola's personality. So it's like she says 1 minute you're auditioning for a Lifetime movie, and the next you're wannabe MMA fighter shadowboxing in the bikini. So yeah, it goes to show you that Elektra's comments may not be that far fetched. But yeah, a brawl ensues, which is separated, but it's pretty safe to assume that there'll be a match between these two at some point. Probably not on the pay-per-view, probably on NXT, I imagine. We get a Twitter post or Twitter video, whatever. Tony and Stacks promise to get revenge on OTM. It's a Chase U segment now, but it's not a good one this time. Things in the classroom are getting repossessed, starting with the whiteboard and a football helmet. Ryder's won. He's sad that his time has come to an end so short, but he leaves, and the rest of the classroom follows. They leave as well. Other than Duke Hudson, who's still here, but the rest of the classroom is getting possessed too, including desks and chairs and stuff. Duke Hudson's there. He's like, you know, these things are all material. They're not important until someone takes his trophy away. And then he stops speaking. Duke then has to contemplate life without the trophy and without Chase U. And then Chase has to do the same. And then suddenly, Chase's podium gets taken away as well. So this is truly a dark day in the history of Chase U. And next week, they will officially say their goodbyes. I get a feeling though, this isn't the end of Chase U. There's still whatever JC's doing, which I suspect may have something to do with why it's closing. I think JC's gonna hold Chase U over Chase. She's gonna buy out Chase U or something like that. She's gonna be the official new owner of it, and then she'll ridicule Andre Chase or something like that. I don't know fully. Anyway, next match of the night is a singles match. It's Dragon Lee and Scripps. It's Reggie. He's back. Dragon Lee wins with Lee Destino. Post match, over Femi accepts Dragon Lee's challenge for Vengeance Day, and the North American title will be on the line at Vengeance Day. I rated 2 3/4 stars. Short match, it was alright. Typical cruiserweight match, but not with enough time. It was purely set up to get Dragon Lee a win before the PLA. Really not much. Backstage, Malik Blade and Edris Enofe are brainstorming ideas for what they got to do to catch a break. When Brindley Reese comes in and claims that there's always a lesson to be learned from losing and from winning. When Malik and Edris tell her they don't need journals or reflection, she doesn't accept that idea and tells them that they both need to reflect on what they liked and what they didn't like from the last week's Battle Royal thing. She says that they need to make 5 points of things they liked and 5 points of things they didn't like. And then they'll come back next week to reflect on that. And then she cuttles at the scene and chops Malik in the chest. Brindley is something else. She's a beacon of positivity. Anyway, Live Valkyria is here. She's backstage and she's met by Tate and Paxley. Paxley is excited that their tag team was official and that they're going to be partners going forward. But Lyra confirms that was only a one-time thing and that she doesn't have time to do the whole tag team stuff as well. Paxley says that she understands Lyra and that her focus is and should be purely on Roxanne. Lyra then leaves relieved, but Tatum seems to have something planned. This match of the night. Blair Davenport takes on Carmen Petrovic, something like that. Blair wins with the Kamagoye style knee to Carmen's face. I rate this 1 3/4 stars. I don't know why there's so many short matches in this show. There wasn't enough time to get anything going for this one either. If there's more time, these two could have done something because they're something on their hands. So, Carmen's getting better, and her kicks are looking sharper as well. Davenport was just as good as she usually is, and she should be in a bigger spot, a higher spot. But that's what is currently occupied by Roxanne. So, not much else you can do right now. We get an interview with Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland goes backwards in his character development and says that, I don't need friends. I'll fight Gas all by myself. Okay. Your main event, Josh Briggs and Trick Williams. So this is obviously spawned from that backstage encounter before. Trick wins though with the roll through flash pin. Post match, Briggs lays out Trick with a lariat and Carmelo does nothing to prevent this or even help Trick afterwards. I rate this 2.5 stars. It suffered from the same issue as a lot of other matches on this show did. Not enough time to get going. There was some interesting stuff in this match, and with the overarching storylines as well, everything sort of came together. You had obviously Trick's Vengeance Day, having a double duty, the Trick Melo relationship, and also Trick's World Title match, also being along there because Ilya was at ringside. Also alongside the slow burn of Josh Briggs' solo run, will he turn heel? Like a post-match lariat on Trick seems to confirm that he might be going heel, or at least his aggression is coming out more. The match though didn't do much in terms of anything except to get the World Title Challenger a win before the PLE. It was fine. It was kind of average for me. It was also kind of fun to see the coincidences stuff that Carmelo's trying to pull, because Ilya was angry at Briggs for inadvertently hitting Ilya in the match, but Carmelo pulls Ilya from the apron as a way to save Trick. So even though Ilya wasn't going for Trick. So it's fun little tidbits like that are good to see in the booking and good to see in the direction going forward. Backstage, Thea Hale is stressing about Chase U closing, but JC has something in the works. To use her words, it's not over yet. Then Lexis King comes in to be a sleazeball, and Riley Osborne makes a save. Backstage still, Carmelo continues to gaslight Trick essentially and tells him essentially to wake up. It's feeding to... Oh, no, wrong guy. He tells Trick to wake up, and that Ilya has it out for Trick. Essentially, Ilya is intentionally doing this to Trick and making him work double duty, making him, question his friendship with Carmelo and everything. But it's premium gaslighted from Carmelo there. And then we go to the final segment, which was the contract signing for the NXT Women's Championship. NXT GM Ava is here to officiate it. Roxanne is here, and so is Lyra. Roxanne says that she and Lyra both respect each other, and that should get that out of the way. And this is the upcoming match. Is a Stand to Deliver main event months early. She's had to go through flaming hoops and many hurdles to win back a title that she never lost in the first place, which is a very valid argument. Lyra has been keeping an eye on Roxanne's progress though, and Roxanne had a great run, but Lyra says that she has now replaced Roxanne. Roxanne thinks that Lyra has been overconfident and that because of that she'll lose at Vengeance Day. And then before any physicality can break in, Ava steps in and makes sure that the contract is signed, and then we get a handshake and a stare down. So good job, Ava. Good job. However, as Lyra leaves, Tate and Paxley emerges from under the table and slam Roxanne through the table. And then Lyra rushes back in to check on Roxanne and admonishes Tatum. And that ended the show. There wasn't much you could do there with those two anyway, so having Tatum in there and getting her involved in that stuff was the right call. Overall, NXT was highlighted by the opening match, and that's about it. A lot of the matches went too short for my liking, and this felt like a way to get the majority of the roster featured on TV before the PLE. But they build a Vengeance Day, so that's good. And there's a good chunk of matches that are confirmed for that as well, so that should be a good thing. Next week's show, I don't know actually, to be fair, because it's awkward, because these come out on Sunday, and the PLEs are on Sunday. Well, at least this time it is Sunday, so... Oh, that's awkward. I don't know yet. Either way, I'm going to have the preview done, because next week's NXT will confirm any differences and any changes to the card and what the final card should be, and we'll look at that and we'll break it down. But other than that, yeah, I'll see you at the next one. And remember to like the video, subscribe, and share among your pals and your pets. Peace.